Hi guys, Coach Jerome here, and today we're going to talk about how to lose fat fast. Now I know what you're thinking, how fast is fast? I want you guys to lose 10 to 12 pounds within your first day or two. I want you to lose upwards of 15 pounds within that first week, and then I want you to have continual weight loss over your journey from where you are to ultimately where you want to be, and we're going to cover all of that in today's video today. I also have a couple free bonuses, so you're going to want to watch this video all the way from start to end, as those are kind of scattered throughout. So if you like the sound of that, before we get started here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, comment "I'm in" the comments below, and I will send you a free copy of an ebook I wrote outlining the strategies that I used to lose 80 pounds in a year. And that's my absolutely free gift to you guys. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and comment below. All right, now that you've subscribed and commented below, let's talk about how to lose 10 to 12 pounds within your first day or two of your weight loss journey. And this is something I'm very excited to get you guys started on. So there are three things that you're going to want to do. So I'm going to give you those three things, and then we're going to go into each one individually and explain why you're doing them and why it works so well to lose weight initially. The first thing that you're going to want to do is essentially drop your carbohydrate intake down to zero. So any breads, any pastas, any rice, any fruit juice, potatoes, anything starchy, anything fruity, anything sweet, you're going to want to stop eating those. The second thing you're going to want to do is increase your water intake. So however much water you're drinking now, you're probably going to want to drink a little bit more. You don't really need to monitor this, just a couple of bottles of water a day, water when you're thirsty, and that's going to do a good job for you. And the third thing you might want to consider is intermittent fasting. And for those who don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's restricting your eating window, the amount of time that you eat in a day, instead of from the time you get up until the time you go to bed, to within an 8, 6, 4, or 2 hour window, whatever generally is going to work best for you. So now that we've outlined those, let's go into the specifics about why each one of those is going to work best for you. All right, so let's talk about why depleting your body of carbohydrates is not only going to let you lose a lot of weight, but also is going to set you up for long-term success. When you deprive your body of its primary preferred source of energy, your body taps into its reserves of what's called glycogen. Glycogen is a type of sugar that's stored in the liver and stored in the muscles. And each molecule of glycogen is bonded with 3 molecules of water. So when you lower your carbohydrate intake, when you're not eating carbohydrates, your body is going to run off of this stored glucose, this glycogen, from your liver and from your muscles. And this is going to be accompanied by a good amount of water loss as well. So the first thing you're going to do as you're burning through this fuel is your body's going to unbind the glycogen from the water, and it's going to pass the water. So you're going to be making more frequent trips to the bathroom as you burn through this stored energy that's within your body. So the weight loss that you have in that first week, that 10 to 12 pounds, most of it's going to be water weight as you're burning through this stored sugar, but you're going to feel leaner, you're going to feel lighter, and this is an awesome way to start your first couple of days in your diet plan. The second thing you're going to want to do is increase your water intake. Thing is, if you're getting rid of a lot of water through that glycogen depletion, you're going to want to replenish it. Our bodies are made of 70% water. It's essential for every physiological function that we have to have a proper electrolyte imbalance and to be hydrated. Now, you don't necessarily have to track the amount of water that you're drinking. Just a couple bottles a day, a little bit of water maybe before or after meals or with your meal. And if you get thirsty, certainly have water. You don't need to be so regimented that you're drinking a gallon a day or X number of bottles of water a day. Just drink according to your thirst. Make sure you're getting enough. You're going to be losing a lot of water through the carbohydrate depletion, so you want to at least try and give your body some of what it needs. And the third thing I talked about was intermittent fasting, restricting the amount of hours that you're eating over a course of a day. The thing is, it's one thing to just deplete the number of carbohydrates that you're eating, but to really run off of that stored glycogen in the liver and in the muscles, you really need to go periods of time without eating anything at all, because then your body has to get the energy from somewhere. So it's going to tap into those resources first and foremost. It's going to prioritize those resources for energy. So what I would recommend for most people is trying to find some 8-hour window, maybe 9 to 5, maybe 10 to 6, 11 to 7, and don't eat breakfast until 11 a.m. And then once 7 o'clock rolls around that night, you can't have anything else the rest of the day. This time that you're not eating not only has other health benefits like autophagy that we'll talk about in other videos, it not only does other things like lower and help reset some hormones like ghrelin, your appetite hormone. It decreases ghrelin over time, it increases testosterone, increases growth hormone. It does a lot of great things for the body, but for today's purposes of just losing weight quickly initially and then keeping it off for the long term, intermittent fasting is a great way to go about losing weight and keeping it off. So ideally pick some window, 8 hours or so. You can cut it back even further if you like, but that's not necessarily for everybody. Pick some 8-hour window for at least your first couple of days, and don't have breakfast until that first scheduled time, and then don't have anything after that scheduled eating window. And if you do this, you're gonna more rapidly deplete your glycogen reserves, and that's gonna cause larger weight loss within that first week. All right, and some tangential benefits about losing this rapid amount of water weight within the first couple of days. Well, what you'll probably notice with intermittent fasting, with increasing your water intake and with depleting your carbohydrate intake, is you're gonna feel a lot leaner. You can feel that difference on your body. If you have achy knees, achy joints, you're probably gonna feel it as well. Immediately carrying 10 to 12 or so less pounds on your body, you will feel that impact. You won't feel as bloated. You're gonna feel better about yourself initially, and it has this great mental benefit that if you know you jump-started your weight loss journey with 10 to 12 pounds within the first couple of days, and maybe even more within that first week, it makes you look forward to the rest of the journey a lot more. So this is a great way to get started on your weight loss journey. Okay, so you've completed your first couple of days. You lost maybe 8 to 10 pounds if you're a little bit smaller, maybe 12 to 15 or more if you're a little bit bigger and you have a little bit more weight to lose. Well, what about carrying that out for the first week? And what about beyond that first week? How do you continue to lose weight at a decent rate or the fastest rate possible? Well, one thing you need to consider about weight loss is it's driven by hormones. Almost every single metabolic process in the body is done by hormones and heavily regulated by the brain as it interprets hormone levels within the blood. The primary fat storage hormone is insulin. So if you need to lose weight and if you want to drop pounds, the biggest thing that you need to do is start regulating insulin. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to reduce carbohydrate intake. You could also add exercise. And exercise is a fantastic way to not only deplete some of that glycogen that we talked about just a minute ago, but also improve your overall health, your sense of well-being, and the shape that you're in as you're losing weight. And let me just say that if you don't know how to exercise, you may be new to a gym, we're not only gonna talk about these things in other videos from here on forward, but I have a second free giveaway for you guys. So if you go to CoachJerome.com, and I'll put the link right here, CoachJerome.com/gift, I wanna give you guys a 70-minute audio seminar where I break down the exercises that I've used, the theory of exercise that I use, how I lost 80 pounds in a year, and how I continue to exercise today. And what I'm really excited about with this theory of exercise, high intensity training, is that you can exercise very, very, very little amount of time per week, but still get fantastic results. How little is little? Well, I'm talking as little as maybe a 10 to 15 minute workout once every 10 to 15 days. That may be an ideal frequency for you. You might have to work out a little bit more frequently, but it's all covered in that audio seminar. So go to CoachJerome.com/gift. Fill out the form and I will email that MP3 file to you within 24 hours. If you're really ambitious, if you're really driven, if I can tell you really need to lose weight, I'm also gonna give you a third bonus. I'm gonna take the most ambitious, the most driven, the most motivated, the most inspired, the most passionate people that I can tell based on reading their form and where they're at with their bodies and where they wanna go and where they are now. And I'm gonna give them a free 60-minute coaching call. We're gonna talk one-on-one on the phone and we're gonna address your issues, the obstacles in your way, how to break through them, how your first week is going, and address those bigger steps, the bigger picture stuff in your fitness journey. So, oh my goodness, 2, possibly 3 gifts in this video, guys. I'm so excited for this journey, for you guys to really begin your weight loss journey and to have fun and to enjoy the process. And I wanna help you every step along the way. So, one last time, CoachJerome.com/gift. And that's going to be a fantastic audio seminar for you guys. And I really wanna give that to you and help you guys out. Okay, let's get back on track here. Fat loss is a hormonally driven process, and the primary fat storage hormone is insulin. So how do you reduce insulin and how do you keep insulin lower for that first week and beyond to keep losing weight and to keep making changes in your body? Well, the best way for most people is going to be to just drastically reduce carbohydrate intake, similar to how you did within the first couple of days. After a while, this is going to be an established pattern. This is going to be a conditioned behavior, and you're not even really going to give it much thought. So try and keep your total carbohydrate intake to 50 grams or less, total carbohydrates, or 20 grams or less net carbohydrates. And for those that don't know, net carbohydrates are total carbohydrates minus fiber and sugar alcohols. You can track either way what works best for you. You can just reduce carbohydrates as close as you can to 0, but your meals are going to want to focus on vegetables, lean protein, healthy fats. And at least for now, for this part of your journey, you don't have to overcomplicate it more than that. All right, guys, let's wrap up the key points. Again, if I would have known what you guys already know by this point in the video, when I was 300 pounds, I would have lost weight a lot faster. But just by applying some of these fundamental principles, I lost 80 pounds within a year, and then I've continued to make transformations in my body, and I want to help you guys in your journey. So the first couple of days, bring your carbohydrate intake down to 0, consider intermittent fasting, and increase your water intake. Beyond that first week, keep your total carbohydrates per day to 50 or less, or your net carbohydrates to 20 or less. Focus your meals on vegetables, lean protein, healthy fat, add exercise. Be sure to grab that free audio seminar. And guys, if you really enjoyed this video, if you like this, be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment below. Hey, any questions you guys have, any feedback you have, I'm going to try and respond to everybody. Any topics that you want covered in future videos, I would be more than happy to answer those for you guys. You want to hear more about my backstory, my journey. You want to claim those free bonuses, the How I Lost 80 Pounds in a Year ebook, the High Intensity Training audio seminar. You want to consider the possibility of a one-on-one phone call with me. That's a free gift to you guys. It's all at coachjerome.com/gift. And again, share and subscribe and comment below, and I'll be sure to get you the other bonus as well. So thank you for watching. Again, this is all that you need to know to not only lose 10 to 12 pounds within your first couple of days, but also 15 or so, maybe more within that first week, and to get your fitness journey started on the right foot. Thanks for watching, guys. I am Jerome from coachjerome.com, and I will see you next time.